Hi, good evening. This is Kelsey from Essentially Booked, and I got ready, so I figured I might as well do a video tonight. So I work from home, so it's like very rarely am I getting motivated to get ready. I kind of joked on my stories today that like I start the day in my pajamas, then like progressively I get ready throughout the day depending on what is on the calendar. And today I didn't really have any meetings with people that were like not my team, so I didn't have to get totally ready, but I also got new makeup from Root, so I was like looking for an excuse to go on camera today at work because I had new makeup to show off. And like when you work from home, it's the little things, right? So I'm gonna do my August TBR. It's quite extensive. I have a few kind of like surprise TBRs or surprise book stacks that I'm going to be doing videos on throughout the year. So I'm not really going to reveal why I'm reading some of the things that I am. I will talk about some of the books that I hope to read in August. And there's one book I know I won't finish in August, but we will get started. So the first book I want to read is American Royals by Tracy Livesay. I have listened to her on the Fated Mates podcast before, and this one is, if you're obsessed with royalty or looking for a perfect modern day fairy tale, this is about a rapper who meets a British prince here in America. So I don't know, I'm all about this. I loved the Royal We and American Royals, so anything royalty adjacent, like put it in my veins. So this is one I'm really excited about. It came today from Avon Books, so thank you, Avon, for sending this to me. I am ecstatic about it. It's like one of my most anticipated romances of the year. I also received this one from a publisher, 10 Tomatoes That Changed the World. This will be like my nonfiction book, and this is just about like the history of tornadoes. I live in Iowa. We have tornadoes. The history of tomatoes. And this book is broken down into like 10 sections, and each section is about an aspect of the tomato, like the San Marzano, pizza, pasta, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so then up next is The House in the Cerulean Sea. This is a book that I've been wanting to read for forever, but bookworm problems haven't gotten to it. So I know this is going to be a hug and a book, and I know I'm going to love it, and I cannot wait. So this is one I will definitely be getting done in August. Next are my library books that I know I need to get. I think they're due by like the 8th. So Summer's Edge is the one I kept talking about in my Summerween video, where I couldn't think of the name of the book that I was going to pick up from the library. So that's this one. A bunch of kids go back to a cabin where their friend has died, and I just realized the back is like the opposite of the front, so I just did a double take. But I am really pumped about this. It says, here are my rules. You may run, you may hide, you may apologize. Oh, who are we kidding? None of you think you've done anything wrong. You may attempt to escape, but you will not. And another one I have is The Roughest Draft. This is a rom-com, I think. It kind of gives me beach read vibes. I haven't read beach read. Written by a married couple, so that's kind of a cool dynamic, I think, that hasn't really been tapped in romance. So here we go. And then I talked about Misery in Summerween. I will hopefully get to this. I have not read a ton of Stephen King's backlist, really any of Stephen King's list. So I know a lot of people love him, and I really would like to read more of him. I've read The Stand, and I think that's it. So my next few are going to be my book club picks for the month. One of my in-person book clubs, we're reading The Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek, which I am hoping to read and compare to, is it Giver of Stars? So by, I think, Jojo Moyes. I'm excited to read this and see how it compares and like see where that controversy lies. I don't really know. I just know that they're very similar and that there was some like, I think maybe a plagiarism concern. So we'll see. But this is for my in-person book club through my church. The other book club pick is for Modern Mrs. Darcy, and it's The Cartographers. This is also a book of the month, so I'll be able to knock off one of my challenges for book of the month. And all I know is it's about map making. I think it might be some magic in there. I've always been really interested in map making, and I think this will be really cool. And then the rest are gonna be buddy reads that I'm doing. So Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss is for a currently reading buddy read. I don't have to have this read till September, so I will not probably have it read because it's a big boy. But this is one of those that has been on my list forever. Fantasy, just one of those books I feel like I need to read and I haven't read, so I'm really pumped that I'm gonna read this with some friends from currently reading. And then the final one is a buddy read with some girls in my in real life book club, Kakai. I need to look that up, but book of the month book. We're gonna read a section about every week, and I like fairy tale adjacent books, right? So I like retellings of myths and fairy tales and stories, and so this is a reimagining of, I believe, an Indian fairy tale or an Indian epic poem. And so again, that's a gap in my knowledge, that yay Western education, that I don't know other like epics from across the country, across the world. So I'm just really excited for this. I know very little. I just know it's about like a villain in an epic and she's getting kind of a reimagined story. So these are all the books I hope to read in August. Obviously, I'm a mood reader, so things may change. I'm sure I'll read way more romance novels because that's just how I roll.